Hey, Greg. Can you tell your mom to never come here again, please? She came over today. I don't get it. She came over the day before yesterday, too. I'm already tired of her.
She's just lonely. Really lonely.
I know. I feel sorry for her, too, but she always nags me about so many things when she comes over. The house is a mess. You're folding the clothes wrong. She just doesn't stop. Doesn't she realize that I clean literally every day?
Does she really nag you like that so often?
Yeah. She's so strict with me. I can never do anything right in her eyes. She calls me every day just to shout through the phone at me. She told me that she felt sorry for you having to eat my food and that she'll drop over some cooked food for you.
Surely she doesn't mean it like that.
She does! She thinks my cooking is disgusting. And I tell you what, she really knows how to make her words sting when she insults it. She's always going on at me. It's too salty, or you have to prep the food properly. She micromanages everything I do. It's so tedious.
I knew that you guys didn't have a great relationship, but I didn't know she bullied you that much.
It's nice of you to act concerned, but you've stayed silent up until now. She really does hate me.
I'm sure she doesn't.
Well, otherwise she wouldn't nag me so much. I'm already tired of it. If it carries on like this, I'm going to get depressed.
Wow. Has it really made you feel like that?
I'm thinking of blocking her WhatsApp, to be honest. Would you be okay with that?
Yes, of course. I'll talk to her for you.
Be careful when you talk to her, though, won't you?
Even if she's my mom, I won't tolerate her talking to my wife like that. I'll tell her straight. This can't go on.
Thank you. I really can't rely on you. Thanks for understanding. Catch you later.
Mom, have you got a minute? I heard something from Meg that I want to talk about. She said that you've been giving her a really hard time when you go to our house. She said you're there all the time. I feel sorry for her. Can you please stop harassing her?
I don't remember ever giving her a hard time, though.
She told me that you complained that the house is dirty. Complained about her cooking. Stuff like that.
I just asked if she wanted some help cleaning up because the place was a bit cluttered. Aside from that, I gave her some advice because the way she was using her knife was dangerous.
But you also said that you felt bad for me because her cooking is terrible, right?
I never said anything like that.
But you did. You really had her against the wall. You said negative things to her, didn't you?
I'll admit, I did tell her she put too much mustard in a sauce one time.
She told me that you also said that you commented on the way she folds our washing.
I mean, I taught her how to fold t-shirts faster because her way of folding them was taking ages. Now I'm thinking about it. I can see how it might have been annoying for her.
Yeah. Sometimes you can cause offense without meaning to. You have to be careful. Especially because Meg is your daughter-in-law. There have been times where she's felt that you're against her when she thought deeply about certain things you've said.
Oh, really? Maybe I was too enthusiastic to be helpful and show my daughter-in-law how to do stuff. I only meant to help her.
But that's annoying for her. You should give Meg a little space. Leave it a while before you come to our place again. I also want you to stop calling her.
I can't even call her? I suppose I might have bullied her a bit.
She told me that she wants to block you, but I think she'll unblock you when she calms down. So please wait a bit for that.
I see. Will you apologize to her for me? I'll be careful not to overstep my mark anymore.
Leave it to me. I don't want her to think that it would have been better if she hadn't married me.
I understand. I'm sorry that I've caused all of this. Do you mind if we talk about something else for a second?
Yeah?
I saw someone that looked like Meg yesterday when I was on the way to dinner at that hotel I like.
Is it the hotel at the viewpoint that you like?
That's the one. There was a man with her, but I couldn't see his face clearly. It was you, wasn't it? I waved, but you didn't realize, did you?
I was working late last night.
Really?
Meg was at a funeral yesterday. You must have the wrong person.
Are you sure? I really thought it was Meg.
Yeah, she was definitely at a funeral. You must have mistaken her for someone else. Anyway, don't come to my place for a while. And don't do anything to annoy Meg anymore.
Does this mean that I can't see you too?
Don't worry. I'll come to see you sometimes.
I'm glad. I thought you'd rid yourself of me too.
I'd never do that.
I wonder if Meg will ever forgive me.
With a bit of time, she'll calm down. She'll be fine with a bit of time.
Why won't you answer my calls? Is Meg all right?
What? What's brought all this on? I'm in a meeting with a client. Why are you asking if she's all right?
There was a gas leak near your house.
What? Who told you that? Was it on the news?
I went by your house today and there was a big commotion.
You went to my house?
No, I went to my friend's house. But they gave me some really delicious cookies. I wanted to give some to you, so I dropped by your house. I was just going to drop them in the post. I didn't want to bother Meg. But there was a traffic block near your house. Apparently, it was because of a gas leak.
It's not a serious problem, is it?
The police and fire department were called. They're on their way. Everyone in the area has been evacuated, but I can't see Meg anywhere. I thought I'd try and call her, but I know that I'm not allowed. She blocked me so I can't get in contact.
That's right, she did.
I think she's blocked my phone number too, so I couldn't get through at all. That's why I called you. I'm worried about Meg. She could be in danger if she hasn't realized that everyone's been evacuated.
If there's as big as a commotion as you're saying, then I'm sure she's noticed.
But wouldn't she have got in touch with you if she'd been evacuated? But she hasn't been in touch, has she? Something might have happened to her when she was evacuating. Maybe she fell over and can't move or something like that.
You're definitely overthinking this. I'm sure she's evacuated and is fine.
But you don't know. I wanted to get closer to your house to see the situation better, but I couldn't get close. Please, just try and call her.
Okay, I will. Make sure you get yourself to a safe spot too.
I'm fine. I'm in a safe place. Make sure you get in touch with her as soon as possible.
I told you I will. I'm sure she's fine. Don't worry about it. Meg, where are you right now? Did you get out? I don't mean to rush you, but please text me back soon.
What's up? Now? I'm at home at the moment making lunch. I'm going to eat some of those spicy tacos that are trending on the internet. If they're good, then I'll make them for you next time.
Didn't you get any news about the evacuation? Get out now! Food isn't that important.
What? What do you mean, evacuation?
Turn the stove off now. It's dangerous to have a flame out at the moment.
What are you on about?
So you didn't hear about the evacuation? No one came to tell you? The police and fire department have been called to get everyone in the area out.
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
What? You really have no idea about what's going on? Even though there's a big commotion outside.
What's happened outside? Was there an accident or something?
Wait just a second. What on earth is happening? Sorry, I came off a little bit frantic. I don't have a good grasp on what's going on. I was completely shook up.
You shocked me. So, what is happening?
Meg, where are you? Really?
What do you mean?
You're lying about being at home, aren't you?
I'm not lying. Why would I need to lie?
Well, to tell you the truth, Mom messaged me earlier. She told me that she dropped by the house today.
Why? She promised that she wouldn't come near the house.
She said that she wanted to give us some cookies that she got from a friend. She was going to drop them in the letterbox so you didn't have to see her.
It doesn't matter if she was going to see me or not. She promised that she wouldn't come to the house.
In the end, she didn't end up at the house. There was a gas leak in the area and everyone was evacuated.
A gas leak? Are you sure?
It seems that the police and fire department were both called, and there was a huge commotion in the area. If you're really at home, how did you not notice the commotion?
It must have been because the windows were closed. I couldn't hear it. I'll get out now.
It's too late. The emergency services have confirmed that it's safe and told everyone to go home. It's a bit strange that you were at home the whole time and didn't realize what was going on. The emergency services were calling out to evacuate right by the house. I heard that the neighbors all evacuated. The police were using megaphones and air raid sirens were going off to make sure everyone knew to evacuate. It's pretty impossible not to hear. But you still weren't able to hear all of that. Strange.
I'm telling you, I didn't hear it. I'm telling the truth.
The other day, Mom told me about something she had noticed. She saw you on the day you were at that funeral. But you weren't alone. She said she saw a man with you.
What? She must have been mistaken. I really was at a funeral on that day. Why are you bringing this up? It has nothing to do with what we were talking about.
In that case, can you tell me the name of who died? I'm going to confirm with your relatives whether you were really there or not. Something was off right from the start when you mentioned you were going to a funeral.
Please don't do that. You'll embarrass me.
And there we are. That's very suspicious. You're having an affair, aren't you?
What? What are you saying? Please stop these weird jokes.
Why did you lie about being at home then? It's all a bit suspicious.
To be honest, I was out with a friend.
If that was the case, you wouldn't have needed to lie.
I didn't want you to think I was a lazy wife who spends all her days off with her friends.
You never worried about telling me before. Just last week you went to a spa with your friend. You didn't mind telling me that.
You're right, I did. But this time I felt like I wanted to keep it a secret.
Are you trying to make up an excuse? The more I think about it, the more I think something's been off for a while. You're always out with other people and you've taken a lot more care with your appearance. You're texting constantly, even when you're walking around. You're in a much better mood. I think all the signs of an affair that you hear about apply here, don't they?
But the person that your mom saw wasn't me.
When I think about it, my mom's eyesight is fantastic. It's hard to think that she made a mistake. When I think about how many signs there are, it's hard to believe I didn't notice anything. How have I been so oblivious to all of this? I really did think we were in love.
We really are in love. Did you forget? We promised to believe each other when we got married. Don't you remember?
You're the first person I've been with. It was hard not to fall for you, with all your charm. But it seems that my love clouded my vision. I ignored the obvious suspicious behavior. I should have believed what my mom told me from the start.
Wow, I sense a bit of an Oedipus complex in you.
What?
Your mom really does have too much free time on her hands. Why did she say that I was with another guy to you? I'm sure she could foresee that saying that kind of thing would cause problems in our relationship. I shouldn't have told her that I needed space. I should have cut all ties with her.
You really don't have a good relationship with her, do you? I've only ever heard your side of the stories. You made something up to keep her away, didn't you?
There we are. There's definitely some Oedipus complex here. You're in your mom's pocket now, aren't you? Your love for her is gross.
How can you start saying this stuff when you're the one having an affair? You're the one who's been going to cheap motels with lowlifes doing. Well, I don't need to say out loud what you've been doing. No, I think about it. That kind of thing suits you.
You don't know what you're talking about. This is a 5-star hotel and the guy is far more elite than you. And I have to say, his technique is way better than yours.
So, should I take that as a confession? You let it slip out pretty easily. You're in a 5-star hotel then.
What? You set me up! I can't believe it!
All that stuff about Mom bullying you, it was all a lie.
Can you blame me? She has a strong instinct. She's so observant, I knew that she wouldn't just ignore what she saw. I always thought that the affair would get out because of your mom. That's why I wanted her to stay away.
So Mom really was trying to help you. I got a call earlier. It seems that Mom has had an accident.
Really? What's happened?
Once the blockade was lifted, she ran to the house and fell down on the stairs. Do you know why that happened?
I have no idea. Because she's old and losing it a bit?
Don't you dare joke like that now. She ran to the house to see if you were safe.
No way. She ran in to see if I was okay?
When Mom called me, she was worried that something had happened to you. I've never heard my mom so shaken.
She was that worried about you?
Yeah. She wouldn't listen when I said that I was sure that you'd got out and were safe. She told me to get in touch with you as soon as possible. She was thinking of you as her own child, despite you treating her like you did. She couldn't sit still because she was so worried about you. And what did you say about her? She's losing it a bit? You are heartless.
I had no idea. I had no idea that she felt that way about me.
That said, the guy you're seeing seems better than me. You should marry him as soon as you can.
I can't.
Why not? We're clearly over.
He's got a wife. It was nothing serious between us. It was just a bit of fun to add a bit of fun to our normal lives.
No way. I really thought you'd run off with him. You'd been openly disrespecting me for a while now. Didn't you think that I'd break up with you and charge you alimony?
You had me cornered. I wasn't thinking straight. They weren't my true feelings.
Have you finally woken up to the situation now that I've called you out? Have you realized what a bad situation you're in?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry to your mom, too.
My mom is lovely, so she'll forgive you. But I won't. I want you out the house as soon as possible.
I don't want that. I haven't got anywhere to go. You know my relationship with my parents is also bad. I didn't realize your mom loved me because I never felt love for my own parents. Please forgive me.
You trampled on my mom's heart. I'll get the divorce papers ready. You can tell the guy you're seeing, too.
Don't be like that. Why don't we talk when we've both calmed down a bit?
I'm afraid I can't do that. Unless I punish you for what you've done, you'll just go and do it again. After that, I divorced Meg and sent her on her way. Meg and her lover had to pay damages, and it seems that the guy lost his family in the process. Mom's injury lingered on for about 2 months, but then she fully recovered. She has no lasting effects of the fall, and keeps herself occupied playing tennis. I felt awful for blaming my mom for things she hadn't done, all on Meg's word. While she was in hospital, I apologized, and we were able to rebuild our bond again. To be honest, though, my mom wasn't even a bit mad at me. She just thought that she'd been a bit too harsh on Meg. As for Meg, she also got charged damages by her lover's wife. She had to borrow money from a friend and then got by with the money from a low-paying part-time job. It was hard to find work because she was a housewife for so long. Now it seems her money is running out. She's broke. However, when I tried to ask her about it, she would flip it all back on to me. She was a woman who didn't know what she was capable of when pushed into a corner. From now on, I'm just praying that she doesn't spark any more drama.